Long ago, in the vast and powerful kingdom of Persia, there reigned a mighty king named Ahasuerus. He ruled over 127 provinces, from India to Ethiopia, a kingdom of wealth and grandeur. The royal palace in Shushan was a marvel of architecture, adorned with intricate carvings, towering columns, and fine draperies. Merchants from distant lands came bearing treasures, while scholars debated in the grand halls of wisdom. One day, King Ahasuerus held a magnificent feast in his palace, one that lasted for 180 days, displaying his immense wealth. Afterward, he held another 7-day feast for all the men of Shushan, from the highest noble to the humblest servant. The banquet was exclusively for men, as was the custom of the time. There was music, laughter, and an endless supply of rich food and wine served in golden goblets. The air was thick with the scent of roasted meats and exotic spices, and the king, drunk with wine, reveled in the grandeur of his empire. Meanwhile, in the women's quarters, Queen Vashti held her own feast for the noble women. She was known for her beauty and strong will. On the 7th day, when the king was merry with wine, he commanded Vashti to appear before him and his nobles, adorned in her royal crown, to display her beauty. But Vashti refused. No one had ever dared to defy the king in such a way. The king, humiliated before his court, consulted his advisors. As the king's search for a new queen begins, young women from all over the empire are summoned to the palace, where they will be presented before the king. Among them was a young Jewish woman named Esther, an orphan raised by her cousin, Mordecai. Though she was of humble origins, her beauty, kindness, and wisdom made her stand out. Inside the royal palace, Esther and the other young women underwent a year of preparation. They were treated with oils, perfumes, and luxurious beauty treatments to prepare them for their appearance before the king. Servants dressed them in fine garments, adorned their hair with golden pins, and draped them in delicate fabrics. Yet, Esther's beauty was not merely external, her grace and humility set her apart. When the time came for her to meet the king, she entered his court, bathed in soft light, wearing simple yet elegant garments. Unlike the others, she asked for nothing more than what was provided to her. The king was captivated by her inner and outer beauty, and he placed the royal crown upon her head, declaring her queen. Meanwhile, Mordecai, who served at the king's gate, overheard 2 palace guards plotting against King Ahasuerus. These men, Bigthan and Teresh, whispered of treason and murder. Without hesitation, Mordecai sent word to Esther, who informed the king in Mordecai's name. The plot was investigated, the traitors were hanged, and Mordecai's name was recorded in the royal chronicles, but no reward was given. Around this time, a man named Haman, an Agagite, rose to power, becoming the king's highest official. He was arrogant and craved honor. The king commanded all to bow before him, but Mordecai refused, saying, "I will bow to no man, for I serve the God of Israel." Haman's pride turned to fury. When he learned that Mordecai was a Jew, he sought not only to punish him but to destroy all the Jews in Persia. Mordecai sent word to Esther, urging her to plead with the king. "Who knows if you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" he asked. Fear gripped Esther. Approaching the king uninvited was punishable by death. But after fasting for 3 days, she resolved, "If I perish, I perish." Dressed in royal robes, Esther entered the throne room. The golden pillars shimmered, and the courtiers gasped. But the king, seeing his beloved queen, extended his golden scepter. At the banquet, Esther revealed Haman's plot. The king, enraged, ordered Haman to be hanged on the very gallows he had built for Mordecai. A new decree was issued, allowing the Jews to defend themselves. When the appointed day came, they stood victorious. Mordecai was honored, and the festival of Purim was established to remember their deliverance. Esther's story is one of courage, faith, and divine providence. A young woman, chosen by God, risked everything to save her people. Her legacy endures as a reminder that even in the face of great trials, faith and bravery can change the course of history. Thank you for joining us on this Bible adventure. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to our channel. It really helps us create more amazing Bible stories for you. See you in the next adventure.